Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I am doing my spoiler review for you today. Now how this is going to work is I'm going to give you a quick review of what I thought of the film, and then I'll give you my full spoiler review. And to start off, I love this film. I think it's an amazing film, and it's well deserved in the MCU. While not perfect, it does give a lot of great things in the film and a lot of not so great or questionable things. But we'll get to those during the video. So that is all I'm going to be giving you without giving spoilers to the film. And I've got to admit, we're in spoiler territory now. So if you haven't watched the film, go back, watch the film, and then come back to the channel. These characters within this film is amazing to see. There are characters in this film that get a lot of due progress. Like, for me, Wong and Christine Palmer definitely get a lot of fleshed out characterization here. Not saying that Wong wasn't before, however, he hasn't always been given a lot to do. And in this film, he gets a lot to do. And it's nice to see, for once. Doctor Strange, we get 4 different Doctor Stranges in this film. We get our version, Defender version, we get 3i version, and then we get the version from Dimension 838, which we'll get to in a moment. And what they do with these characters, I think, is very enjoyable within the film, and I absolutely love it. But there is a pacing issue, I feel. At parts, it feels rushed. There's one particular scene when they're doing a lot, well, we're in spoilers now anyway, but when they are killing off characters, feels a little bit rushed because of how quickly they're getting rid of them, i.e. Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic, played by John Krasinski, and Black Bolt was played by the original actor who played him in the Inhumans TV series. I enjoyed what they did with these characters, however, it still feels a little bit misshapen. Killing them off in the way that they killed them off. We also got Monica Rambeau's mother playing Captain Marvel, the same actress. However, I always forget the mother's name. So for now we call her Rambeau. We also get Peggy Carter, Hayley Atwell's Peggy Carter playing Captain Carter, and it's amazing to see. They give her a line in this film where she's like, I couldn't do this all day, and it's really good. The first time I watched it, I've watched it twice now. And the first time I watched it, I do feel a little bit like, well, that's not your line, you can't say that. However, after the second watch, it does feel justified. And it feels quite good to hear her say it for once. But I really did enjoy this film. Scarlet Witch was an absolute standout for me. Elizabeth Olsen plays the character so brilliantly. And it's a nice to see the differentiation, I know what I'm trying to say, but it was nice to see how different she plays Wanda in comparison to Scarlet Witch, and I absolutely love it. There is no doubt about it that this film has solidified itself in my top 10 of the MCU. I've seen people saying that it's not even in the top 10, that, people are putting it a lot lower. However, I do think that they do a lot in this that I love. When they are killing off these characters, and we'll get to the big one that's really kind of pissed me off a little bit. I did like the fact that they actually showed that Captain Marvel is not the strongest Avenger, and that Scarlet Witch is the strongest Avenger. That's what I love about this film. They do a lot of sort of meme type things that people have been talking about throughout the MCU that have never been answered, and that's why I love this film so much. It does so much for the MCU, and while at the same time it's not tied down to any stories in the future yet, I do think there are inklings in there. But they kill off Black Bolt, they kill off Mr. I'm going to say Mr. Reed Richardson. They kill off Mr. Fantastic. They kill off Captain Marvel. They kill off Captain Carter. But the one thing that pissed me off, and it wasn't necessarily the fact that they killed him off, but it was the way they killed him off. And it was the Professor X that we got in this film, who is clearly the animated version. I mean, when he comes out, he's in his green suit, his blue and black tie, and his, trademark yellow wheelchair that's hovering. But the biggest part of this film in that moment is that the X-Men animated theme is playing as he enters the room, which was just like, my excitement went all over the place when I heard that theme, and I absolutely love it. As you can tell, I absolutely love this film because I have said it multiple times, and there are things I haven't talked about yet. The musical fight, and I say musical fight, that's very much pushing it, but the fight between Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange, very intriguing. The horror aspects that Sam Raimi brought in, brilliant. And it fits really well with Scarlet Witch's power set. The chaos power, that she has. It works well in the darkness of it all. And I really do love what they do with the character. But again, it does make me feel like WandaVision sort of set this up, but not as much as I would have liked. They should have done a little bit more setting up with Wanda in the way that they bring her as the villain of the story. Because she kills people here. She kills innocent people just because they're in no way. It's not very nice. Another character that definitely needs to get talked about is America Chavez. America Chavez is a great character in this film. A great new addition to the MCU. One I did not know about before. Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy, Moon Knight. These kind of characters I knew about. But Chavez, I didn't really know a lot about. And she plays it really well. She's a brilliant actress, and I can see her going very far in the MCU. So, that's where the spoilers kind of end for me. Because while there is still a lot to talk about in the film, there's still a lot I haven't talked about. Like how the ending of the film comes about. Another spoiler here, just in case you've come back to a point where I've said there's no more spoilers. That Scarlet Witch is killed off in this film, but yet it sort of does that trope where you don't really know if she's dead because you can't see her body. There's nothing there to say that she's actually really dead. So, we don't actually know whether she is. I hope she's not, because I do want to see Scarlet Witch back again. But hopefully, this time round, she's doing good rather than bad. I just don't think it's justified that she was the full villain. Like, in the trailer, while it was inclined that she was a villain, it wasn't ever told that she was the main villain. I was expecting that sort of zombie-fied Doctor Strange to be the main villain, and Doctor Strange and Wanda were going to fight off against him and maybe a different version of Scarlet Witch. But that didn't become the case. It was in fact our Doctor Strange in the body of dead Defender Doctor Strange, trying to save Chavez. So, there's a lot in this film that I want to talk about more, but I don't want to be rambling on too much. I don't think it's right to be rambling on too much in a review. You sort of give your thoughts, and that's about it. And that's what I'm doing here. I enjoyed the film thoroughly. Definitely give it a good 8 out of 10. The 2 is down to the pacing and the rushiness of what they do with the characters, of the Illuminati mostly. But yeah, I do feel like this film is amazing. And after my first watch, I did kind of feel like it felt like when I came out of the cinema, I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than Spider-Man No Way Home. However, after the second watch, I sort of realised actually I enjoyed Spider-Man No Way Home more. But I think, again, it comes back down to nostalgia. But this film does everything it can right, and I love every part of it that it does right. And I love the Sam Raimi side of it. I love the fact that we got Bruce Campbell in there as well as a little cameo. That post-credit scene, the first one, with Clea Dormammu's niece is one that I am looking forward to. Charlize Theron is a great actress, and I think she's going to bring a brilliant role to life, and I cannot wait to see more of her within the MCU. But yeah, that is my review. I absolutely love this film. Marvel, keep doing what you're doing. You're bringing out great content. You're bringing out great movies like this, great TV shows. I want to see more. But anyway, that's the video for today. There is no MCU video today, simply because it's still being edited. It's a big video, and I'm also re-edited and recutting so that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is also in there. But anyway, I've been Scribbo. This has been Scribbo's Sphere. I thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.